You slept 8 hours, had your coffee, sat down for work, and by 2 p.m. you felt like someone pulled the plug. Not, I need a nap, kind of tired, but more of like an empty feeling. Like the well is dry and you're scooping mud. So you do the obvious thing. You rest. You take the weekend off, maybe you even book a vacation, and it works for like 4 days. But then the wall is back. And here's why. Burnout is the one kind of tired that rest doesn't fix. Sleep isn't touching it. The thing draining you was never in your schedule. It's somewhere else. Let me show you where. Nobody tells you this part. Burnout isn't a rest problem, it's a conditions problem. And that changes everything. If it were just about rest, you'd have it fixed by now. You've tried sleeping more, scrolling less, the vacation, and you're still empty. That's the clue. Rest was never the missing piece. And knowing this is a bigger relief than you realize. Think about a garden. If your plants are dying, you don't just dump more water on them. You check the soil, you look at what's choking the roots, you check if they're even getting light. Your body works the same way. So, 3 conditions. Let's go. First condition, your mind. Some of what's draining you isn't even what you're doing, it's what you're carrying. The inherited idea that rest equals being lazy, the comparison, the shoulds, the standards you never even chose, that is not you being in your head too much. Those are weeds. It's a signal. And a gardener doesn't negotiate with weeds. She pulls them so something can actually grow. A quick gut check. What are you carrying right now that isn't even yours? Because the next condition is where everyone gets it wrong. They think that burnout lives in the mind. It lives in the body too, and it's not what you think. Second condition, your body. And I don't mean exercise, I mean how you're actually treating it day to day. When I was in my own burnout season, working doubles, eating whatever was fastest, running on matcha and adrenaline, I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating like a person who wanted to feel good. I was just pushing every day, running on empty and then reaching for caffeine to just push through it anyway. At some point, I had to be honest with myself. I was treating my body like a machine. Put fuel in, expect output, push harder when the output drops. But your body is not a machine. It's more of a garden, if anything. It doesn't respond to force, it responds to tending. So feed it instead of just restricting it. Drink water because it's provision, not punishment. Move your body because it's stewardship, not because you're trying to shrink yourself. Nobody knows what your body needs better than your body does. So, not what anyone else says, not what the scale says. What's your body actually telling you right now? Now, let's take a pause. If you're sitting here like, I know I'm burned out, but I have no idea where to actually start or what my conditions even look like, here are a few ways that I can help. If you want to just keep tending this on your own for now, my newsletter is the place. That's where I go deeper on these things between videos. Link is in the description. And if you're ready to actually take charge of this, not just think about it, but figure out where you're falling behind and build the path to where you want to be, that is what I do. One-on-one, mind, body, daily rhythm, all of it. And with my NASM certification, the physical side isn't guesswork. It's built on how your body actually works. There's a link to book a free call with me too. No pressure, just real conversation. Okay, back to it. One more thing before condition 3, because it's going to change how you approach all of this. Recovery isn't really about what you add, it's about what you subtract. A bubble bath isn't a condition change. A reset isn't a condition change. Those are weeds wearing flower costumes. And what actually shifts things is removing what's draining you, the distractions, the commitment that you dread, the relationship that only takes, the standard you never agreed to. And if you grew up thinking rest is something that you have to earn, Matthew 11:28 says otherwise. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Not earn it, not receive it. That is grace, not willpower. And for me, that is the basis that everything this stands on. Third condition, your daily rhythm. This is the one that holds the other two together. Because you can pull the weeds, you can feed the soil, but when there's no rhythm, no consistent tending, the garden still dies. Not from some big catastrophe, from neglect, from days that just quietly go unwatered. Recovery isn't dramatic, it's showing up to boring, ordinary tending on days where nothing feels like it's happening. Optimization says faster, more, now, push it, 10x it. But cultivation says in time, patient, seasonal, with due time. You don't control the growth, you tend the conditions and trust the process you didn't design. So here is what I want you to leave with. Burnout recovery isn't about rest, a diet, or a number on a scale. It's tending the conditions of your own life. Pulling the weeds, feeding the soil, subtracting what drains you. Showing up to ordinary maintenance on days where nothing feels like it's happening. You don't need to try harder. You don't need permission to tend instead of grind. That's the whole message, and it's yours. And if you're new here, subscribe, because this is what we do here. We tend the garden. We don't optimize the machine. And if you found this at the right time, let me know how this helped. See you in the next one.